Please like, subscribe, and share the Sweatshop Podcast on the HTW Podcast Network. We are now on Anchor FM and on Spotify, Facebook, and back on YouTube. You can look us up. Our handle is at the Sweatshop Pod, or you can just type in the Sweatshop Podcast. We gon' be on there. And please enjoy the show. Thank you. Yeah. Bye. Welcome, everybody, to the Sweatshop Podcast on the HTW Network. It is me, your host, Sweats, and my co-host, the Maestro. What's up, dude?
Dude, not much, man. Not much.
Yeah.
Another week.
Yeah, man. Summertime. We in the heat of summer. It's been hot. It's been hot.
It's getting a little heated.
Yeah, man. It's been. I mean, at least in Maryland, it gets. I don't know how hot it gets up in your area, man. But down this way, man, it's like it was like 100 degrees today. You know what I'm saying?
I think the feels like was about there.
Yeah. Okay. So we in the same boat, in the same area. Yeah. So I mean, because I know you're out there somewhere fucking else, somewhere in the depths. Have to drive a ways, but yeah, the summer, in the heat of summer. I know you got a lot of shit going on about to pop off. I know you got some shit on Sunday, bro. What you doing this Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, this Sunday, I will be venturing outside of the Leapfrog campgrounds and over to the sanctuary.
I like it.
Yeah, it was gonna be. They're gonna be doing a memorial tournament there up at the sanctuary, and I was invited to come in and be a guest host. So
very cool.
Yeah, it'll be a really good time. It'll be my first time over there. Excited to be part of it.
Was it? Now remind me, were we in Hazleton when we went to that? What was it, like a Spanish club? Like, was that Hazleton? Remember we went to
yes, it was.
Was it there?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay. I had to remember. I was like, we went to this Spanish club afterwards or some shit. They were jamming in that motherfucker. They were going in on that bitch. I remember that. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Is it in the same place or in a different place?
Nah, it's at a different place.
Gotcha.
Different place. Yeah, because there's a couple different places up that way.
Okay. That's cool, man. Yeah, Hazleton, PA, and that's on July 11th, a Sunday. Yeah. It's on July 11th.
It's Sunday, July 11th. Sunday, July 11th at 4 p.m.
Oh, 4 p.m. Okay.
Over there at the sanctuary. I believe all tickets are $5 too.
That's a good deal.
It's a pretty good family deal there. So
if you're in the PA area, man, if you're in that area, just in that surrounding area, like an hour or less away, come through. You know what I mean? They come through. That's a good deal, man. $5 for every fucking seat. 4 p.m. You got nothing to do. Come slide on by. Sanctuary, love it. That's good stuff, man. That's cool as hell, man. So like, again, the sports week has been crazy, and one of the biggest things that had happened this week was this runner who would probably end up winning the gold and probably breaking records. She's like the next big thing. Sha'Carri Richardson was drug tested, and she had weed in her system, had the marijuanas, had the THC all up in her system, okay, which fucks all her shit up. fucks her shit up royally to the point where she cannot compete in the Olympics this year. And she won't compete in the Olympics this year. And there has been an uproar about Sha'Carri Richardson not being able to compete just because of marijuana. It's just marijuana. It's not a big deal. And all this shit, and to all these people.
It's not. Though.
It's not. It's not a big deal. But to all these people, I say, that's not the point. Just like Josh Gordon. That's not the point. The point is, it isn't legal. It is not legal in the Olympic setting.
Neither are steroids.
Neither is steroids.
People do that.
People do that. But if you don't get caught with it, there's the thing. If you
they skirt around it. They absolutely skirt around it. They absolutely do. You can't tell me they don't.
What you talking about?
They skirt around it. They find the other ways to get the same shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. That's
what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm saying, like, if it's not on the list, whatever the list is, that's what I'm saying. If it ain't on the list and they don't get tested for it, then
I mean, the thing is, they do get tested for it.
No, I'm saying,
and then when they come up with, here's my documentation. It's like, oh, this is okay.
Right. But you got documentation. See, that's what I mean.
That's the problem to me. That's the whole problem.
This is the thing. This is the thing for me. When you have documentation, like I said, if you're gonna do all this shit, and you're gonna do it like on this, like you said, the steroids or whatever the shit is, and you got documentation, and you got your P's and Q's and all this fucking shit locked away or whatever, more power to you. I was thinking the same thing with this chick. Is she had like some documentation saying like, hey yo, I got this doctor and shit, and I gotta have this weed because I have anxiety like a motherfucker. Okay. All right. You're allowed to have this shit. That is the shit that you're allowed to have. And if it's in your system at this dosage, then you're good to go. There's no issue.
But you can't do that with, I don't think you can do that with the Olympic stuff.
I don't know if you can or can't.
I'm pretty sure you can't, or else I feel like, this wouldn't be that much of an issue. Because like this shit's still antiquated, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
that's not the point. The point is,
I understand. No, I understand where you're going.
Yeah. Like I'm
about
to go there.
But you can't say that it's fair for everybody in all the different realms. You know what I mean?
Nah. This is what I'm saying. If you know, because this is the thing. They test for marijuana. You know this for facts. If you decide to smoke marijuana within the time of them testing you, when you go to the Olympics, because they test you after every run, after everything they do, they test you. They do this for a reason. And does marijuana make her faster? Fuck no. That absolutely does not. That's not the purpose of it. And is it harmful? No, but it's on the list. Yes, that's not what I'm saying.
Because it's antiquated.
I agree that it shouldn't even be on the motherfucker, and should be able to race. But here's the point. The point is, it was on the list, and she still smoked it, and she tested positive. She got no papers, and she out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and she's out, and people are in an uproar about that.
The thing is, you can't have papers for this, but you can have papers for other stuff that is on the list.
My point is,
that's another problem.
She wouldn't have papers anyway. She ain't smoking. She's not going to the drugstore and getting the shit. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, she's not doing that shit.
But I'm saying that's another problem, though.
Oh, sure.
Is how other people can take shit that actually is performance enhancing,
right,
and still skirt around it.
Well, we have I think we have one transgender weightlifter. Is that correct? I believe we have one.
I don't know. I
think we have one transgender weightlifter in there that had met the qualifications for being I think it's a man transgender transferring to a woman, right? Transitioning to a woman. And she made the Olympics. And I agree. I agree with some with a lot of stuff that you're saying. I agree. I will never argue about that point.
That is a separate conversation for me. My thing for that is a separate conversation. If we want to go ahead and get this shit and petition to get this shit off the Olympics this list and shit like that, which I'm sure it would be maybe in the next Olympics 4 years from now. Yeah, or 3 years from now. Are they still going to do? I don't know. But they kept it even all this time. They're not going to go odd. I think they go away. I think they go back to even. But I think the next Olympics, or maybe the Olympics after, that will change because we know what marijuana does and how it either helps people or whatever the things are. My cousin in New Orleans, he owns a pharmacy. He owns a marijuana dispensary in New Orleans. We went there. We saw his whole setup. Like, it's legit. I mean, legit. Looks like a doctor's office. Like, legit as fuck. And you got to get all the right documentation and do all this shit, blah, 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 just to even get this shit. Like, it's like a fucking whole thing. It's like a whole thing. But it's legit as balls. Like, it ain't no joke. You know what I mean? That's not, for me, that's not an issue at all. Like, I think you should be able to smoke whatever the fuck you want, like, and you be fine, or take whatever the fuck you're taking, and you should be good. Except cocaine. Cocaine is wild. Cocaine out here making people, or heroin, making people wild out here.
I mean, you could pitch a no-hitter on LSD, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we know this. We know this for facts. Listen, I can get that, though. Like, you in a whole different plane. You're in a whole astral plane and shit out here pitching no-hitters and shit. I can see that. Like, you don't even see.
You think you're like throwing at the spaceships and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even see the fucking.
He's like actually throwing missiles.
You don't even see the fucking hitters. You just see aliens and spaceships.
Yeah, he's like way out to lunch.
No, yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, that's some real shit, man. We already know that. But for her, I mean, it sucks for her. Don't get it twisted. But I don't really feel bad for her either. Like, you know what I mean? Because she knew. That's what I mean. Like, that's just a dumbass mistake. Like, you know that's on the list. And you still did it. And you got caught. Like, if you didn't get caught, I wouldn't give a shit. Like one way or the other. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, smoke weed all the time. Remember when Michael Phelps smoked all that weed? That motherfucker lost all his endorsements and shit. And he even fucking... That thing goes after the fact. That was like afterwards. He lost all his endorsements. They caught him smoking. They had him smoking weed on video, right? Lost all his endorsements. Got all in fucking trouble for like a little minute. Everybody was hating on him and shit for a while. I remember that shit. I was like, this motherfucker smoking weed. Oh shit. I remember that shit. And that was a while ago. I know they were trying to compare him, like, oh, Michael Phelps was. I was like, but Michael Phelps was smoking weed on his off season, not during the season. If motherfucker's smoking weed on the off. He can do that, but he knows when it's time to train. I'm not smoking his weed. I'm out here training and getting my body right and getting all the shit together. I mean, that's a different situation to me. But he still lost all his endorsements when they found out he was weed smoking like a motherfucker. He lost all his endorsements for a little while off of that shit. I think they tapered off. Well, as will her. They will taper off for her, and then if she wants to run again for the Olympics, she can. And if it's on the list, then she can do it all through fucking, the time until she's training. You know what I mean? Until it's time for her to fucking go to the Olympics. If it's still on the list, fucking just don't do the shit. Like, that's all. That's all I'm saying. It's an antiquated, it's ridiculous, of course. Like some of the shit that they have people do in general. Like, it just in real life, right? So I compare it to like no turn on red. Okay? There's a no turn on red at one light by me. Okay? And it's not even a four-way. It's not even a four-way light. It's like a three-way light. It's like a dead end or some shit. But there's still a no turn on red thing right there on the motherfucker. And every day, guess what the fuck I do? I turn on fucking red. But that one time, there's going to be one time, maybe, that I turn on that fucking red and the cop's going to be sitting right there. He going to pull me over. And he going to be like, why you turn on red and no turn on red? And I'll be like, you right. And I'm gonna take my lumps. I'm gonna take that fine. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, you're right. There's no, yeah, you're right. I know it's there. I know it's there. I see it every day. I see it there. You know what I'm saying? And it's my choice after that. Like, am I going to continue to turn on that red light or stop at that light? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, you know, it's like one of those silly rules that you know that it doesn't really mean anything, but you still got to do it. You still got to do it. There's tons of shit like that in the world. Tons of shit. It really is. Tons of shit in the world like that where you, like, that's a fucking stupid rule, but I'm going to do it anyway. Or I'm going to not do it. And then if I get caught not doing it, then there it is. You know what I mean? There's tons of shit. Like people bringing alcohol into stadiums and shit like that. People do that shit all the time. I don't do it because I'm not trying to get kicked out or some shit like that. But I know people do. I know people do that shit. Or drinking on the beach. That's what I looked up. Cape Cod. I looked up Cape Cod. If you can drink on the beach in Cape Cod, you can't. You can't bring your own beer and shit on the beach. But I know some people do. You know? I think it's one of those deals. I know. But yeah, obviously marijuana should be gone. Marijuana should be gone from the list. I don't want it to be on the list anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's antiquated because it used to be. Well, yeah, it used to be more criminalized.
Yeah, well, we know why marijuana. Like, dude, we had and black communities up outrage about this, right? Because they know like black people have been persecuted off this marijuana shit. Like people in jail for 30 years for life because of drug distribution. Like marijuana. You know what I mean? People in jail forever because of marijuana. So they feel like she's been gypped in this. And I'm thinking to myself, I can see that, but I don't think this is the case. I don't think this is the one to die on. I don't think this is a hill to die on. I think you can fight this because of this, but I don't think you should be in an uproar because she got caught smoking weed now. Like, I mean, like I said, nobody is exempt. I was thinking to that dude, remember Ryan Lochte, whatever his fucking name is, that old asshole. Yeah. So in the Olympics, during the fucking Olympics, him and his crew,
they lied about all that shit.
Yeah, they lied about all that shit. And where the fuck were we? Brazil?
Or whatever.
They're in Brazil? Some shit like that. Rio. Yeah, Rio. And yeah, they lied about all that shit, pissed on the floor, like did all this crazy shit, like and then lied about it.
And they were okay to be in the Olympics.
No, but that was actually after the fact. That was after they raced.
He's been afforded the opportunity to qualify for the next Olympics.
Oh, for the next Olympics. No, but he was suspended for 8 months and had to do I looked it up because I wanted to make sure. He was suspended for 8 months after that.
From what?
Well, from competing.
Not from the Olympics.
Not from the Olympics.
Every 4 years.
No, but I'm saying like she got.
So who gives a shit?
I know.
That's not important to the thing.
I understand, but
her
did
punishment right now is not being able to compete in the Olympics of the current state.
Right, but she's suspended in the month. She's suspended for the month. That's why.
But they still didn't put her on the list, even though she's suspended for a month. The U.S. team still did not put her on the list, even though she would have been able to run by that.
That's a U.S. issue, not an Olympic issue. That's a U.S. issue. I don't know what the fuck that
but
shit
it stems from. But it stems from that shit. It can't not stem from that shit.
I'm saying
it can't not.
I understand.
There's no reason. There's no way.
Oh, I know. But
I'm saying way that's happening.
I'm saying if he did that shit before, he would have had 8 months. He wouldn't have competed in the Olympics either. He couldn't compete in general. Like that's what I'm saying. That's 8 months.
No, but you're saying 8 months suspended. Suspended from what? He probably not doing shit for the 8th month anyway.
Dude, I don't know.
What's he doing in those 8 months?
Well, no, they all do bullshit. Like he just couldn't do shit for 8 months. He was suspended. I don't know when it started.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck would you do? There's no Olympics to be had.
I don't know. They have all these fucking worlds and all this fucking shit they do. I don't know. They have to make money somehow. They make money. Doing all this bullshit.
But it's still 8 months if you go a whole year. Man,
no, I'm saying 4 years. They're not going to do 4 years because I'm saying it's not a living thing. They suspended. I remember that. Like that's what I'm saying. They suspended him. I don't know what they suspended him from. I just know they did it, and then he had to do some community service or some shit like that. I remember that bullshit. I mean, obviously there should have been some charges brought against him, like in Rio. I mean, obviously probably can't even go back there. Probably can't even show his face back there. But I'm saying like that's the like it's not like he wasn't punished. He was. Like I mean he was punished. It just happened to be after because it was after. Like, it wasn't like during the time. They were getting lit as fuck because they won the shit or whatever the fuck. I remember that. It's just a different circumstance. If she got caught with this shit afterwards, like, I don't think it even give a fuck. Like, to be honest with you, like, it's during the time. Like, she would have been suspended a month before. It just happens to be in a bad time for her. It's shitty. It sucks. It does. But like, there's precedent for the shit. Like, people will get punished for the shit like that, and that's way worse, obviously, than marijuana. And it was shown by getting suspended for 8 months. Obviously, you would like him not to qualify for the Olympics next year. You know what I mean? Luckily, he was shitty anyway, so it didn't matter by the next Olympics. He was shitty anyway. But yeah, she'll have a chance. How old is she? She gotta be young, right?
Yeah, I think she's fairly young.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, so she'll have another shot in 3. I think probably in 3 years, right? I'm assuming it's gonna be back to evens. So in 3 years, she'll have another shot if she wants.
They might. I don't know.
Yeah, she'll have another one. She'll have another chance for whatever she wants to. If she wants to compete again or not, you know what I mean. That's up to her. And like I said, it's a thing. It's a thing for me that. Just follow the rules, man. Like, just follow the rules and shit. Like, things, you'll be okay. Like, it'll be okay. Like, you get punished for the shit, you know, and you'll be okay. It's just shitty timing. Like, you can't do it there. Can't do it to that shit. It's just marijuana. We know it's shitty. We know. I don't think anybody's like, oh, marijuana's bad. See, that's the thing. I don't think anybody's like, or at least majority of people are like, oh, marijuana's bad. Like, marijuana bad. It's bad. Nobody's thinking that. I don't think it's like that. But it's just like, it's in the rules. What the fuck are we gonna do? And the U.S. team decided not to, and I guess because I don't know. I don't know if they talked to her or they had a whole conversation or what the deal was. I'm sure they met with her and had to determine whatever the situation is, like, for that. I have no idea. So it's shitty. It really is shitty. A lot of weird shit that happened this week in general, to be honest with you. Like, this dude, I don't watch hockey for shit, but I was like, my eyebrows raised. I was like, Matisse, let me see if I can pronounce his name right. Kivlenieks. Does that sound right to you?
I mean, I probably would have butchered it, so it's pretty
Matisse
close.
Kivlenieks. Something like that. And because I don't watch hockey at all, I don't know the names. I know all the baseball players' names and shit. I can pronounce the shit out of those. But when you talk about these shit, it looks close enough. I'll go with that. Matisse Kivlenieks.
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
He's a goalie. He was a goalie for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, and the Blue Jacket. See, this one. This. See, you couldn't tell me. Columbus Blue Jackets. That's in South Carolina. Is that correct? Is that where we are with that?
I believe so.
All right. That's the only Columbus I know.
Well, that's not the only Columbus you know.
I mean, pretty much.
This is not the only Columbus you know.
What is it, Ohio? Is it Ohio? Okay. Yeah. It could be Ohio, too.
I don't think it's Ohio. Pretty sure it's not Ohio.
No. Okay. I have no idea. Oh, man. Shows what I know.
I'm pretty sure we are talking about the Carolinas one.
Okay, all right. I'm just checking.
Although they are the Carolina Hurricanes. So,
nope. Yeah. This shit is in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I just remembered. I keep forgetting about the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, they got the Hurricanes. Okay,
because they were something else before.
Okay, all right. So there we go, Ohio. But either way, it really doesn't matter. This dude died, I guess, from some fireworks. Is that correct? On July 4th. Mm-hmm. Like, when I heard, I was like, he died? Jesus. Like, we've heard people's hands getting blown off and shit. We've heard that. We've heard some crazy shit happen. But not, like, people dying. I mean, well, not like athletes and shit like that dying off of that. Apparently, he was at a coach's, like one of his coaches, his houses, and it was like a wedding. It was like a wedding situation, and damn, that's gonna put a damper on a goddamn wedding for sure. Fuck.
What he was sitting in a hot tub. Like, it was like a thing where I guess, like, so they were lighting off these big fireworks.
Yeah.
And then like one or two of these big like mortars tipped over essentially.
Oh.
And that shit just like where he was sitting, I guess, in like this hot tub or whatever, it like blasted him in the chest.
Oh.
And that's what happened. Like, it's not like the dude was like hovering over it, like,
Yeah.
you know, about to blow his hand off and shit. Like, he's not JPPing in this shit. He's away from shit.
Fuck.
And this stuff just literally like fell over. Like, I guess it said the firework mortar shot over the top of the hot tub where he was sitting. It looked like, you know, it was like multiple of these things in the and at one point the box tipped over on the final like couple mortars. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And, you know, I guess hit him in the chest, and then that's what happened.
That is a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, like, that's just like, you know, that's, I know you always hear shit of like people getting injured and shit from doing stupid things with fireworks, but I feel like that was more of a freak.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the situation
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a freak thing. I always get nervous about those fireworks, like when people set off fireworks and shit. Like, I do. I don't know why. Like when they're, you know, when they're don't know what they're doing. That's freaky. It fucks me up. I'm a big fan of going to see fireworks and shit, like when the shit is like over like the river. Like, and you're miles away from that shit. Like a solid mile away and they're shooting off in the sky and shit. I'm cool with that. Let the professionals handle that shit. But I always get nervous like when people are doing that backyard shit. Shooting off fireworks, just because, you know, you like, even though you think you know what you're doing, do you really know? You don't really know what the fuck you're doing. Like, you really don't. When it comes down to it, that sucks, man. And it sucks. Like, it's just like, damn, it just like puts a whole damper on everything. Like his family, obviously, but like, fuck. Like, you got like the whole wedding shit. Somebody dies and shit. That's crazy. Like at the reception or whatever. That's nuts.
Yeah,
it really is nuts. Yeah, so I don't watch hockey at all, but like I'm sure like there's some people like, oh shit, that really like taking it super hard, like with that, because, you know, probably somebody's favorite player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's shitty. Here's another shitty thing. Like, this shitty shit that happened this week is this fucking. These golf. All right, so this is the shit that fucks me up because I don't understand this at all. So apparently, like in Georgia, like somebody got. I don't think I've ever heard of this before, like in my life. But apparently, 3 people dead. 3 people dead off a shooting at a golf course. Like, what? And they still don't know who the guy is. They still haven't found him. Apparently, the 2 were found by this one dude, and then he got shot because he found them, or whatever, something like that. So, like, they were already dead, and then he saw the shot, figured out, wanted to see what was going on, I guess, and he got shot. So,
is this pro golfer Gene Siller?
Gene Siller, yeah. Gene Siller's the 3rd guy, I guess.
Oh shit! Because there was a crime going on.
Yeah,
that's what this says.
Well, yeah, they said a crime, but I mean, obviously it's a crime. Like, I don't know.
Well, but like the reason he was killed was because he was witnessing a crime take place.
Right. Yeah.
So like, he saw them. Bam.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. The crime was those motherfuckers getting shot, and then he got shot, and then it's kind of crazy because I'm just trying to think of
what crime.
Well, I think the crime was them getting shot, like whatever the fucking shit was. I don't know. Happened upon a crime involving a suspect and 2 deceased males. So, like, the thing is, those two were meant to be shot, or at least one of them was. And then the other one just happened to be a bystander. This guy Gene, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, it has to be somebody this dude knows. Like, it's got to be.
The gunman fled. The guy who, because I guess there was a truck there.
Right. Yeah, it's his truck. One of the guy's trucks.
Who got shot.
Yeah.
One of the guys who got shot, it was their truck.
Yeah. And they put him in the truck. He put him in the truck.
Jesus.
So he had time to shoot him and then put him in the truck. Or he shot those two, boom, boom, and then shot the other guy, boom, and put that guy, then put them in the truck. I don't know. I just don't. It's just weird because, like, you just don't hear about shit like that, like at golf courses, no less. And obviously, it wasn't a golf dispute. This was more of a meeting somebody here type situation.
It was a weird place to park a truck and then try to shoot somebody.
Well, that's,
if you look at the photo.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean.
Like, the truck's like going into a bunker.
Right. Yeah, there has to
I mean,
be.
it's not like in the woods.
No, it's like
you know
in
what I mean?
between.
Like, this shit. Yeah, it's not happening in the woods. This is like on the course itself. Like, you see the flag.
Right. There's something
and everything.
There's something up with that. Like, that's something to be thought about in general.
I mean, clearly, it sounds like premeditated shit.
Yeah, this is definitely premeditated. It sounds like I'm no detective, but it sounds like the dude brought his truck here for something, meeting a guy for something. Shit went sideways, and then shit went down because they were by the truck.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. Like, this could go down the way it did. Like, they were by the truck, and then he put him in the truck. So I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around that for a little bit. I don't even know what on the 10th hole. No. I just want to see what is it through the 10th hole. What hole was this? No. Okay. Yeah. No, that's right. 10th hole. 10th hole. Yes, sir. So, like, they're not, like, I don't know. I have to think about, like, because nobody's driving their truck like that on a golf course. Like, nobody's doing that. So I'm confused. Like, in general, I'm confused. Like, that's very interesting. Like, and I don't, like, there's got to be a lot more going on with that than meets the eye. As far as that, they got to dig deep and figure out his, like, finances and all types of shit. I guess Paul Pearson, that's the guy's name that had the Ram. And I guess they got to dig into his shit and figure out, like, what he was doing with the truck on the fucking thing in the first place. Like, what was going on there? Why that was happening? Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's you got to dig deep.
And they haven't found the person.
No, if they find out what is happening with this dude, they'll find the guy. I think. Like, they have to figure out, like, who he knows and, like, what, you know, the situations are. I know people are shocked. Like, I don't know. Like, this dude driving up. My point is, like this never happened. I don't know what's going on with the club. It's like, it has nothing to do with the club. Like, this dude was meeting him there or something, or found him or something. There's some grudge shit, some, like you said, premeditated shit, and then this happened. So I don't really know. I guess that's, again, it's weird. Like, you don't hear shit like that. Golf course. Midday, like, you don't hear shit like that ever, like, ever. That sucks. Sucks. Hope to find the guy soon. You can't, like, it's the longer it is, the harder it is to find him.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just what it is.
Well, I mean, like, how, like, legitimately, how far? I don't know. Like, if you're on a golf course, like, usually that shit is enclosed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's on its own
property.
So unless the dude, like, was hiding out in the golf course,
I mean, could
not have gone far. But I'm saying, like,
right. Yeah,
I don't know how far he really could have gotten. You know what I mean?
Well, if nobody was there besides those.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if nobody was there, then
bam, 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 you shoot those three. Because obviously he couldn't leave that guy alive. He's like, fuck, I got to kill him too. And then Then he dipped, noticed nobody else was around. It just dipped, rolled out. Just rolled the fuck out. Because obviously, he got to realize he's on a golf course. Like, somebody's going to be around. But, I mean, I guess he could have, like, if he stayed around, he could have kept picking people off. But that's not the point. He was there for those people specifically. That's the thing. You know, he wasn't there to... that was a specific hit. At least Pearson. That was a shot for him. The other guy could have just been there with the guy. I don't know. A lot of mystery with that shit. Really is. Wow. Well, damn. And then we got this building collapse, bro, that happened like a week ago. Or over a week ago by now. And I was just having this whole conversation. Like it's so crazy. Like buildings just don't collapse. Like, you know what I mean? Unless they're like real bad. And I know I guess they had some issues. They knew there were some issues with this building. With this building in Miami. And it just fucking collapsed. Like, I mean, and in the middle, like it was like in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. or something like that. And I was explaining to like my mom. We were having a whole conversation about it. I said, like, I know they're saying like, okay, the death, because I keep saying like the death toll rises to 54, and like, dude, all those people down there are dead. Like, there's like over 100 people. They're all dead. They were probably dead as soon as that shit fell. Like they were asleep, and there's no chance. Like, there's no chance. They probably didn't have any chance, except for the people probably at the top. The only people they probably got rescued were the people in the top floors, if at all, because of that. But there's no way people are alive underneath that shit. It's damn near impossible, especially now. It's been like a damn week. There's no way. It's just craziness. What'd you think when you saw that shit, man?
I mean, I still don't really know what to make of it, to be honest. Like, It just seems like such a weird thing to happen. And the fact that, like, they're still, like, just to me, the fact that, like, they could only, like, when that shit happened, they only said 4 people or something like that were dead, and, like, hundreds of others were just missing.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know how that can be, because, like, how can they just go missing?
Well,
they're under that. They're under that shit.
That's what
you know
the missing
I mean? Like,
is. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They haven't
thing is,
found
like, they're
them.
under that. But, like, you...
I know. I hate the term missing too. I hate when they say it.
Because I'm like, no, they're definitely down there.
They're there.
There's no way that, like...
Yeah. They just haven't identified who they are yet, which it will be tougher and tougher as you go through, because, boy, that's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of shit that's just piled on top of people. Like, it's going to take forever. It's going to take months to get that shit off of them. Months. It's too much. It's too much. And you got to be kind of delicate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just, like, fling shit around, because there's bodies in there. Hundreds of bodies. Like, it's going to take months for them to get that shit out of there. That's crazy. And, like, the lawsuits, god damn. Like, whoever the company is, I don't know who they're blaming, the architect or the fucking the firm, or the actual construction, the contractor. Don't know.
Guess.
Don't know who they're blaming. Don't know who they're going after. But whoever they pick.
Was that like a new? Was that like a new condo? Like, that's the thing. Like,
it's
was
not
it
new.
new, or was it like old, or?
I don't know if it was new or old. I just think it was just a fucking place that.
It's just a thing.
But I think no. But they had said there were issues with the structure. Like, they said
from the Jump Street.
Yeah, like they said, like, I guess a week before they were talking about, or something like that, with this issue. Like, they already had an issue with the place. They already had known about it. And I guess they, maybe they were making plans to fix it, or maybe not. I don't know. But what I do know is, like, I know nobody expected the shit to just collapse like, you know, just collapse out of nowhere in the middle of the night. I was explaining to like, because it just depends. It depends on the time of day. Like I said, it was like at 5 a.m. That's what's shitty too. It's at 5. So all those, like almost every resident is there, and like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's there in that section, asleep. If it was at like 2 p.m. or some shit like that, like on a Saturday, nobody's there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not nobody, but like the death toll is drastically changed. You know what I mean? Like that's the shittiest part about it. Like it was like a beautiful day in Miami, and it's like, you know, you're not, you know, you're just going out and enjoying the day, like, which most people probably do. You know, you probably have maybe like, instead of like the 150 people that are going to end up probably being dead, then you have probably 30 or 40 people instead. Like, you know what I mean? It's time of day. I was so in Colombia, like a couple years back, maybe like 3 years back, there was an explosion at a shopping center. Apparently, it was so loud. I think it's probably, I want to say about maybe 1.5 to 2 miles away from where I was living in Colombia. I wasn't there at the time. I was still living in Jersey or PA, and it shook the house. Like that's how big the explosion was. It was a mile and a half away. Exploded, gas explosion. It shook the whole house. Luckily, the shit was at 8 a.m. and nobody was there because everything didn't open up till around 10. Like that's the shit. You know what I mean? Like, like if it was like in the middle of it was like 5 p.m. or some shit like that on a Thursday night, you know, when everybody's over there, like the death toll would have been tremendous. Would have probably been close to whatever you see like here. But it's just fucking timing is crazy. Like it's insane. I don't know. Fucking explosion. Like an explosion. When she told me that, I said, that's crazy. I don't even know if they still built that shit back up yet. I have to go check it out. I don't know if it is. But yeah, that's crazy if you think about it. I don't know. Jeez. But you just don't know, man. It's like you're not expecting to die that day. Like you're just not. You're not expecting to do.
No,
that.
I mean
like,
that's
you know
just
what I mean.
like,
That's just so crazy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where like it can be one of those moments to like put everything in check of like, you know, you're not guaranteed.
Yeah, it's a definitely
every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, that's why like I really never knew what to make of it. It's just some like another like I guess freak thing or whatever. I don't know, but it's just like,
yeah, I don't know. That's craziness, dude. All right, we have to get back to this conversation because I know you already got some flack for this shit, I guess. But
yeah, I've been getting flack for it.
You're gonna get some flack for it, but and I guess I would feel heat too because I was probably saying some similar shit. But so here's the deal. So Trevor, it's like pretty much the day after Trevor Bauer was placed on leave indefinitely from the team with the sexual assault allegations. Literally like the day after this came out or whatever. So, yeah. So I mean, obviously that was the move to make for the team. You don't want the distraction of Trevor Bauer still pitching while these allegations have been widely spread about like the entire world essentially. And that's the right move for the Dodgers. You really can't do anything else at that point. And especially you don't know how long this is going to be. Now, I guess people might feel some type of way because, for me, I'm all about seeing what I always take a step back and wait and see what the evidence may or may not be in situations. And the evidence that was presented to me, like when I saw like some of these texts, it seemed like homegirl was into some freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Homegirl was into some wild ass shit. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that this shit did not happen. That's not what I'm saying. But when you see shit like that in the text and whatever, then I'm going to think one thing. I'm going to think, oh, well, she's into some wild ass shit. Now, did my man take it a lot farther than maybe she wanted to? That is absolutely possible. That is absolutely possible. I have no idea. But it's not like she wasn't asking for something. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just on my take. That's on my take of it. Now, you had come across some information that may or may not be factual, based off of lack of evidence, but apparently he had been in some sort of trouble or issues before.
Well, I mean, I guess there was also a case. I don't remember exactly when this was, but there was a case like over Twitter of him harassing people, specifically a younger girl, but not in necessarily a sexual way, just like sort of like a bullying sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So, but here's my, not necessarily counter to that, but here's the situation of it from.
I'm seeing it now, right now. I'm looking at
just trying to take a step back. I'm not condoning how he handled it.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like if you're a professional athlete, you do have to handle things differently than, let's say, a normal ass person.
You do.
But again, these people are like, that's what you have to remember, is they are people. And I'm not saying he's not an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
he absolutely is an asshole.
He is.
Undeniably an asshole. Like, not ignoring that, not arguing against that. But, if your Twitter's blowing up all the time about how many people hate you, and they first of all, this started with this particular person, tagging him in a post saying that he is my least favorite player.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like tagging him in a post, tagging him, not just
right.
saying in words or not even a hashtag, right. Using his at.
He said at. Don't at me, bro.
At, yeah. So in my mind, and this is just for all of the people out there using social media, when you tag somebody in one of your posts, you are looking for you clearly are looking for either a response from that person, or you are just looking for people to notice you saying this. Otherwise, why are you tagging somebody? You know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad. I'm not saying everything has to be negative. It could be positive. But people sometimes get way too comfortable behind these keyboards, and they'll start saying some shit that they shouldn't. Or because I guarantee you that person probably would not have said that to his face. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If he walked up to this person right now, I bet you she would not have gone, "You are my least favorite player."
Right.
How many people would actually do that?
Right. No, not many.
I would say a very small percentage. You know what I mean? So right there, to me, that was that's an initiation. Now, did he take it too far? Probably.
And that's
but here's the thing is he probably was trying to make an example, and he made an example of the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because she was definitely not the only person that did this to him. However, it may have been the person that set him off at the time. You know what I mean? Because that could not have been the first or last at that he had gotten that's you suck, or you're my least favorite player, or blah, 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 blah. But as a professional athlete or celebrity, you have to have a tough skin of that.
You do.
You know what I mean? And initially he initially he just kind of responded as he said welcome to the club. You know what I mean? Haha. But then it went back and forth for a little bit.
Right.
And it seemed playful. But when he and this is where shit gets in trouble too, because going back to those text messages that he had with that girl is it can be left up for interpretation, I guess. Because you see the words in the text, right? But you don't know how they're being said. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
The implication behind them.
Yeah, it's no context.
Because okay, let's say this person is saying the words, but they're not really just they're not really meaning it, or like they're not going to follow through with it, then to me, just don't say it in words, period.
Right.
But apparently that's a very difficult concept for a lot of people to grasp. So that's how that started. But then he like escalated it way further and like kept tagging her and kept like kind of like bullying her to the point where she blocked him, which like, that's kind of what you just got to do. You just got to block and move on. You know what I mean? But like, you opened up the floodgates to do that. Did he take it too far? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely did. You know, I'm not condoning how far he took it and how many other tweets, because I think he like did another like 40, 50 some tweets tagging her after like she blocked him and stuff like that.
I read that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, like, you know, especially for a professional athlete in his position, that's not a good look. Like, you should not be doing that. But, you know, everybody has their breaking point. So, and like, again, this is not like this is just as kind of like not so much as like siding with him and like, oh, poor Trevor, but like just to putting it to people out there, like everybody that has an account really is like, you know, especially these professional athletes and celebrities, they're people too. And they want to be liked and they want to be accepted just as much as all of us. So like, think about how you would feel if somebody did that to you. Like, and then all of a sudden your notifications are blowing up where like, you know, 30, 40 tweets, 50 tweets. Right. Now it's hundreds of tweets. Now it's thousands of tweets.
Saying you ain't shit.
That you suck. That you suck and you're a piece of garbage and whatever. And you may be, but like that's still not cool to hear. You know what I mean? Like, and the fact that you're tagging them. You know, it's one thing to like just put a statement out there in the world, but you're tagging him in it. Meaning you're trying to get that attention. Maybe not necessarily from him, but just from people in general, trying to get that clout. You know what I mean? Which that's what social media is all about. It's all about trying to get the clout. It's all about getting as many followers as you can, as many likes as you can, all that kind of shit. So like, you know, and people say like, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's victim blaming because that's how social media works.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean? But like some people would consider that victim blaming. I don't think it's victim blaming because if you're tagging somebody in it, right? You know what I mean? If it's just a random statement, if it's a random statement, okay, fine. You know what I mean? And he just happened to find it and then puts it on blast. That's a little bit of a problem. But those tweets tagged him in it. Therefore, like looking for that attention. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Did she want all of that attention to go that far? I don't think so. Or that's not the attention she was definitely expecting, put it that way. But nonetheless, like there are consequences to these actions. And I think people are so fast to like, you know, especially in this cancel culture of now, there are some people that immediately right off the bat deserve it. Correct. But then there's some people you got to look at all sides of it. Mm-hmm. You do. And it's like, okay, well, you know, what really happened here? Okay, well, this is how it started. All right, well, like, put it in a perspective then. Like, mm-hmm. You know, like, actually put yourself in those shoes. And people are like, well, there's no sympathy, there's no empathy. But you gotta have it for both sides, too. Right. You know what I mean? Like for me personally, and I feel like I'm in the minority on this, but, like, unless I am chasing after some said clout, I'm not tagging people in statuses or I'm not tagging people in whatever. Like, if I'm tagging people in things, I want them to know that, like, hey, I'm saying this about you, whether it's good or bad or whatever it is.
That's
like,
correct.
I want that to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if it gets them, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, that clout.
So you have to
clout chasing, right?
So that's yeah. So that's what you have to think about in this scenario, as far as the bullying on the Twitter is concerned. You know what I mean? So there, I don't have, you know, like this visceral reaction to that. Mm-hmm. So then you have to go back and see, like, okay, in the text messages, you know, what was said, and again, because words were said doesn't necessarily mean like one party's interpreting it in a different way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like, I guess that's where, depending on your opinion, where it lies. So like for me, I'm in the camp of, your words are everything. So like if you say something, you mean it. You know what I mean? And like if that's not the case, then you shouldn't be saying it. Or
Correct.
you should you just shouldn't be putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
So like the fact that if the first time was really that bad, you know what I mean, then those words should not be said afterward. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't
like,
say do it again. You shouldn't say do it harder.
Yeah. No. Like that should not be a thing.
Right.
But then people are like, well, people like, see the thing, and I'll probably never understand it because I just don't have the, I don't know. I'm just a person where like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it.
But that's
you know what
I mean, that's facts.
Like
Listen,
I've
seen you drunk.
Kind of person.
No.
Yeah. Like if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, maybe that's my disconnect here, and I'll fully admit that. Cool, fine, whatever. But like, that's what gets me is when you said it was, it was the second time, and then now the accusation is about both times.
Right.
Isn't
that alarming?
Yeah, to me, that's like okay. Now I think it's a little bit of like.
Now Trev. Now here, and this is, I'm going to play on the other side of Trev. So Trev, you said like, okay, maybe he took that too far with the Twitter. Is it like a habit of him to take things too far? Like, and is that like a him type of situation, or is it just these bad luck situations?
I think it's his personality.
Right.
I think honestly, I think
it
that
is, right.
I think that part of it, to take things maybe too far, or you know what I mean. I think that's clearly part of his personality.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm not saying he handled that other Twitter bullying situation well. Because he did. He went way too far.
He handled all this poorly.
Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like he's one of those people that like, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you can't give him that inch.
Right.
You give him that inch, he's going to keep going. And it didn't, and I will say it didn't seem like from some of those texts that like because like the one thing, it did seem like he was kind of concerned. You know what I mean? Like, wasn't there one part of it where he was like actually a little concerned?
Yeah.
But then she like negated it, right?
Yeah. She was like,
to me, you can't do that. Like, you cannot do that because, just in general, that's how like kind of men are. Like, well, if it seems clear, and you're like, oh, this is okay, then you're like, okay, then it's okay. When really it might not be okay. But you can't dance around that shit. You have to like say it explicitly.
Right.
Being like, no, there's like that shit was too much.
Well,
like,
he probably smacked her in the face. And she was probably like harder. Smacked her again. She probably said harder. And probably smacked the fuck out of her face. Like to the point where she had like, she had a I don't know if that's even like a legit thing, but she said she had like a fracture. Some shit. I'm thinking to myself, like, I can see that happening. I'm gonna tell you a story because I have a story to tell about something similar to this. So, this is like back in the day, back when I was like 21-ish, and I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time, long-term girlfriend, high school sweetheart, whatever. And so there was this other girl that kind of popped up, and we started talking and shit. Getting some shit together. I went over her place, right? So I go over her place. We start getting into it. Boom, boom, boom. Right? We start getting the thingy. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm starting, because I only know my girl, right? I only know her because I was like the first person I had sex with. So I only slept with her. The only person I slept with was that chick. So then I move over to this chick. She a different chick. So as soon as we start doing shit, right, she starts fighting me. Right? She starts fighting me. And I'm like, oh, are you okay? Like, do you want me to, and like, I backed up. I said, do you not want this? She said, no. I want it. So again, I go in for the thing. And she's, again, fighting me and shit. Like, she's trying to, like, like, and I stop again. And I was like, and she's like, no, I like to simulate rape. So she basically wants me to rape her in a simulation in the bed. And I had to stop. I said, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because there's certain things you feel comfortable with. And,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Everybody's got their comfort level.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I mean, listen. I mean, if you talk to me now, I probably wouldn't go that far. But I'm saying, like, I'm more seasoned than I was at 21. Like, you know what I'm saying? After my one sexual encounter, all I know, I was sleeping with this chick for 3 years who was like Miss Cookie Cutter, even though I was blowing it out. Hey, Miss Cookie Cutter, like she didn't go far with some shit. Like, and I go to the opposite end of the spectrum with the shit where the girl wants me to physically take her down and like essentially like, and she's like she wants her to say, like she was saying no, shit like that, and that's not a turn on for me. Like, that's not a turn on for me. Like, it's not. Sorry, ladies that are out there that are into that. I'm not into girls saying no to me in bed. If you say no, I'ma stop. But some girls like that. You know what I'm saying? And they'll tell you up front. But if a girl, like, I could just imagine, like, the whole conversation. If a girl's, I told you no. And I'm like, but you told me you said to say no. No, but I meant it this time. Wait! Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to take it to a point where it's crazy. And, like, I can see that. And again, trust me, I've never been that far with any type of person ever. Like, because I stop. I'm like, no, I can't. But Trevor, like you said, Trevor ain't that dude. He's that dude who's going to go all the way. Going to go all the way live. And probably same shit. I'm going to take it way back, but the same shit probably happened with Kobe back in the day too. Something very similar where she was like, take me or something. She probably said some shit like that. And he's like, okay, are you sure? Like, there's a lot of, and yeah, he probably beat the shit out of her. He probably really did though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, it's not that he didn't. It's just that she probably asked for it too. Like, that's the thing. And until maybe she said stop. Maybe she did say stop. And then maybe he stopped. But it was too late then. Her face was fucked up.
Right.
And it probably didn't even swell up till later.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Her shit probably wasn't even swollen like that. It's just got some red marks on her face. And later on, her shit blow up. I remember, listen, I'm telling all my stories. But I remember smacking this girl's ass. Girl that you know.
I mean, I know multiple. But.
Yeah, the one that's in Houston.
Oh.
But this is back in the day. I remember smacking that. I remember smacking. No. I can't leave marks now. Put the praise on it. I remember smacking that ass, bro. Like, to the point, and it didn't look that bad, right? Mm-hmm. But then she told me.
But then it takes a minute.
Yeah, she told me later that shit was like damn near purple.
Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
Yeah. She said that shit was purple as a motherfucker. I said, oh shit, my bad. I did not know that, but I was putting the work in, and she was loving every minute of it. But later, that shit didn't look great. Like it was his ass. Praise God. Put it on it. No. Nope. See, that's the things you just gotta be careful, bro. Like, you are a celebrity. You are a famous pitcher who is outspoken at that. Like, you are all brash and bold and all this shit. And people are trying to find ways to catch you, man. Like, yes, brash and bold, cocky motherfucker. And, like, it's good. I'm not saying it's good that he's got, I mean, it had to happen this way. Like, the Dodgers had to do it this way. But, like, even still, like he's got to reel it in. He's got to reel it in regardless. You got to take a big step back. However this turns out, which I don't think it'll be negative in his favor. At the same time, his not his legacy, but his, people are gonna look at him differently, just off of this, regardless of how this outcome is. So like, people are like, oh motherfucker, I can't fuck with you. Either that, or you're gonna get a whole different set of phone calls from a whole set of different women, and that's real. That's real too.
Yeah.
Because these girls will be like, oh, you did that? I want that.
Yeah. Be like, I can handle that shit.
But keep the receipts, homie. You better start recording your shit.
Screenshot everything.
You better do that shit.
Screenshot everything.
Screenshot, record your sex tapes. Record that shit. That's the only reason I would condone that shit. If you're gonna be out here getting wild with all these motherfuckers like Tiger Woods was back in the day.
Yeah, but then that's gonna start getting leaked.
I mean,
people hacking
I know.
phones and shit.
Let's do it some old school way then. Goddamn. Like, let's get the whole
Set the VHS camcorder.
The VHS camcorder. Get that old Shaq camcorder when everybody likes to look at that, where he's watching the slam dunk contest. He got the camcorder out and shit, making that face. That's like a popular one. Get that shit out.
Jesus.
Get that old shit out. What are those old tapes? The little ones. What are those DV? Fucking something. DRVs, something shit like that. Those little tapes. Get that shit.
The little tiny cassette.
Yeah, those little tiny. Yeah, them shits.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Or just put up. You can put it. You could do. I mean, listen. You don't have to put it up on the fucking cloud now. They got those little. You can put this shit in it. The little. Fuck. I can't remember their names. Just little SD cards. Little SD cards in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? They handle a lot now, man. You get a terabyte, up to a terabyte in them motherfuckers now.
We tearing a bite, I'll tell you that.
Fuck. Save your shit, bro. I'd be like, listen, we can have sex. Like, if I was a celebrity for real, or if I was even just fucking around like that, I'd be like, listen, either you gonna sign a contract before and after, or you gonna fucking, we gonna make a video. We're gonna make a video. And it's gonna be mine. I'm not gonna put it on the side. I'm keep it SD. You can keep it. I can keep it. I just want to make sure everybody knows we had sex consensually. At the end of the tape, like some of those X video tapes, they're like, you were just now watching, like, you know what I mean? You just now watched so and so. Like at the end of the tape after they had sex. I love having sex on xvideos.com or some shit like that. Just for proof purposes. Cover your bases, bro. Saying, keep those receipts. At least he kept those texts now. Even though I think is she the one who leaked those texts?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
I don't know. Whoever leaked the motherfucker, it doesn't really matter. The point is that, listen, keep the receipts. Don't delete shit, bro. Don't delete shit. Take pictures before and after. If you can't do that, at least take a picture. Take a photo of you smiling before and after. This is before the sex. This is after the sex. Look, her face is bruised, but she's still smiling with her thumb way up in the air. Like, I don't know what else to say. And then she got mad and called her back. Like, that's probably what the fuck happened. I'm not saying that it happened, because there could be some new shit that comes out that we don't know about. I don't know. But, like, she didn't come out with some shit yet, bro. I don't know. Like, is this is a world of social media and all this shit, and she don't have nothing else but these texts? You didn't say the text. I didn't see the aftermath of the text. Like, you hurt me and I hate you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe you did this. I'm calling the cops. Type shit.
Yeah.
Or was it like, ooh, I love like last night. Stuff, yeah. Like, I or was it this after the second time? I love last night, but my face is fucked up. Like, was it that shit? That's the shit I want to know.
Or was it that was so good? When's the next time? And it's like, there will be no next time.
Right.
And then that shit was said.
Yeah.
And that's the message we're missing.
And to be honest with you,
the meltdown or whatever.
Yeah, the meltdown. Because to be honest with you, I could see that happening because he was like, I don't know if I can go much farther than that. Like, where are we going from here? Like, we can't go, and I'm not having a relationship with you. We're just having some crazy ass sex, but I can't go no farther.
Right.
That could have been it for him.
Yeah, there's not much further you can go other than literally like meeting in the cage.
Right. That's facts.
You know what I mean?
They got porn for that too.
That's facts.
They got porn for that too.
They do.
They got porn for everything, bro.
You're not wrong. It's
Everything.
literally everything.
Everything.
Everything your heart desires
It is there.
will come to you.
Jesus.
That's what Jiminy Cricket meant when he said it. When you wish upon that star, world star, that is. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit. Dude, is World Star even a thing anymore? That's gone.
Hell yeah! Oh no, I mean, people know about it.
No,
People,
I know, but it's not like what it once was. Like,
I mean, I don't know.
it
could be.
I haven't heard of it like that anymore. Like they got the shit like Mesmar. I watched that. They got this Mesmar shit on Instagram. I watched the shit out of that. That's pretty funny.
I got nothing on that one.
No. They got some shit. I followed World Star a little bit on Instagram, but I had to stop. That shit was too much. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah,
Constantly. It just overtook my entire feed, and I couldn't do that.
Dude, I've been going down holes on TikTok now.
Have you?
Yeah. Like it's become more entertaining to me.
I mean, TikTok is entertaining. Like I like when people send me shit and I laugh. Like I go down the Facebook.
Are we? I don't think we're TikTok friends.
I don't know. Are we?
What do you mean you don't know? I don't think we are.
Listen, I don't go on TikTok.
Or else I would have
that
sent
much.
you some. I would have sent you some shit.
I don't go to TikTok that much, bro.
That doesn't matter. I'd be sending you shit.
Oh.
And then you go there even more.
Oh, let me follow you back. Now we're friends.
Oh, you weren't following me. Oh, speaking of TikTok.
Oh, hello.
It's going off.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. See, there we go.
there you go. There we go. Now we're friends.
See, I think I said. Did I send you one? I think I sent you one
Did you?
already. Didn't I?
I don't know.
I don't know what I did.
I don't know. All I know is 500 people watched my shit one time. That's exciting.
Two times. 3 times.
Yeah. Some people liked it, or enjoyed it. There you go.
Some people got that clout.
I'm gonna go viral just yet.
Y'all
ain't ready for that shit.
Some people have the clout. I don't have the clout.
You ain't ready for that shit. I'm going in. All I do is sing on that motherfucker.
I was gonna say I haven't posted anything on TikTok in a long time.
That shit on Instagram? I did some shit on Instagram one time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
What?
Aleister Black is on AEW. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I know, but I hate the name.
Oh, Malachi?
Yeah, the real original.
Yeah, it's not great.
Malachi Black.
I thought he would just go back to his actual name. But fuck it.
They want to own him.
Oh, they want to own him too. God damn it.
Well, did you hear the shit about... I forgot to mention this. Did you hear the shit about how apparently Tony Khan did not pay the pyrotechnic people for the barbed wire death match?
Oh, is that why it went to shit? Or
No, he said afterward.
Oh yeah.
Apparently he didn't pay them afterward.
Oh, I wouldn't pay them
like
either.
because it was such a dud.
Oh yeah, it was shitty. I bet you they sold it too. They were like, oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna look awesome on the fucking camera and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid them either, dude. I was like, y'all did not deliver. That shit looked
that's the thing. Like, I don't know, like, who really is at fault for that though? Like, is it truly the pyrotechnic people?
No, it's the angle. It's the angle and what they wanted to do with it and shit like that. Now they could have made it real nice and shit. They could have made it real nice. They didn't. Whatever company.
I mean, but like, so they. I mean, I'm sure they told them like it has to be safe, right?
Yeah.
So safe by probably pyrotechnic standards may not be the same as like pro wrestling safe. You know what I mean? Like you had Goldberg walking through fireworks.
Oh,
I don't think
every fucking day.
I don't think any pyrotechnic people would sanction that.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not at all.
So I'm pretty sure there was some miscommunication.
100%. Like because the shit. When I watched that shit, I said, "Oh my god!" Like that was like.
When it was literally just like sparklers.
That was the Shockmaster bad. That's on WrestleCrap right there. That's the shit.
Yeah.
That's the shit right there. I just saw, I was like, oh shit, Alistair Black. No, I mean, honestly, like if you were expecting one thing and that other shit did, you weren't expecting something different, like, yeah, I would have also been mad about that shit. I mean, I would have. Ain't no doubt. I probably wouldn't have paid him. Like, bro, I was looking for this. Like, at least make the ring. At least make the ring fall down and shit.
Yeah,
like they make the ring collapse and shit. Like, you know how that shit is. Do something with that shit. Make the shit shake.
Yeah, it was definitely missed opportunities for sure.
Man, they could have had some shit fall down around them and shit. Like, it could have been a whole fucking thing. Like, even if it wasn't just that one explosion, they could have had explosions all over the goddamn place. Just to make it seem like it was a big ass explosion. Whatever. That was funny. But yeah, man, it's just. I would like because I'm telling you, when I immediately heard the story, I said, "Oh fuck, Trevor, what the fuck did you do?" That's what I think. I think that automatically. What did you do? I thought I was like, because
what did you do now? That's basically what it is with him. What did you do now?
And then when I read the story, I was like, that doesn't sound right. And then when I saw the text, I said, oh, that doesn't for sure sound right. So something's off with that shit, man. I don't know. I know some guys won't take it that far. I know I wouldn't take it that far. I'm not smacking some girl in her face like hard like that. Like to the point where it's gonna bruise somebody. I'm not bruising nobody out here. Maybe that ass I'll bruise. But nothing else. Not really bruising nobody's face and shit like that. Nothing that can be seen. Every day. Nothing that can be seen every day. No. So I mean that's a fuck up by him. I mean, he fucked that up. But I hope he doesn't go to jail forever for this bullshit. Or I hope his career isn't fucked up because of this either. Because I don't know. Again, just off of this little itty bitty evidence I got, I'm not going to put the blame. I'm not to put the blame. I'm not going to cast I'm not going to say he's guilty of like sexual assault. I'm not doing that. I'm not going that far with my dude like that. Because I don't think off of this, I don't think it's sexual assault like as in rape. That's what she's saying. She was raped. And I'm not fucking going out like that. I'm not doing it. She looked bruised. But was it under consent or not? Sounded after the first one, sounded like consent. I need to see some subsequent texts to verify 100%. So, we got that going down. We got that. We talked about a lot of shit. There's one thing I did not talk about, and I forgot all about it. And that is that Rachel Nichols shit. You hear about this shit? Rachel Nichols. So
no, I mean I know who that is.
You know who that is? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So Rachel Nichols, I've been in love with since I was like, I don't know, 21 years old or some shit like that. I don't know how old she is. She can't be that old. But she's 47. So that sounds about right. She's 47. Oh, she from Maryland too? Oh shit, I missed my chance. But Nicole, but listen now, I was in love.
I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, hello. But Rachel Nichols, I was in love with for real. But now I'm kind of mad at her. Not super mad, but I am kind of mad at her because she fucking around too much. Only because she said some shit, and I guess she been saying some shit. I don't know. But Rachel said some shit about one of her coworkers because they decided to let this other girl, Maria Taylor, host the NBA Finals shit instead of her last year, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, so the big deal was this. Basically, she says this in the thing. I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football. She covers basketball. if you need to give her more things to do because you are feeling pressure about your crappy long time record of diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from the female side of it, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You are not going to find it from me or taking my thing away. So that was like her response. Like, that was like in a conversation, in a phone conversation with somebody else, basically saying like, the reason you made her do this thing instead of me.
The reason she's getting booted from it.
Right, because of basically discrimination or whatever, diversity and all that bullshit. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And like now all these things are coming out like on top of this, like all these little snippets of things that she's done over time to like, I guess she's covered black athletes a very long time. Like a very long time. So it's surprising to me in a way that this has been the way. This has been the way it's gone. Only because I'm just gonna, maybe she's just fed up. I don't know what the fuck the situation is. 'Cause I don't think she's racist at all. I don't. But I don't know her from shit. I don't know her from Adam, to be honest with you. I just know she's been covering black athletes for a long, long time. Like a long time. So it's surprising that this type of shit goes down. And she said, and I guess she apologized. I don't think she probably said this shit out of anger. She was like, yo, nobody's taking my spot. I don't give a fuck. Like what you guys are trying to do with this diversity shit, blah, blah, blah. But you got to watch what you say. I can't believe I recorded that shit. That's crazy. But you got to know. You got to know who's talking to you now. You got to know who's talking to you. But yeah, I just found it interesting. And then like there's little things, I guess, like, I don't know, like a weird thing where she laughed at something like LeBron said. Rachel Nichols laugh. LeBron, that's what I'm looking up. LeBron James. What the fuck happened here? Oh, this is the shit. Okay. The longtime white advisor to black NBA superstar LeBron James was caught on tape telling a white ESPN reporter, that was her. Okay, I'm exhausted between Me Too and the Black Lives Matter. I got nothing left. That's what he said. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. And I guess she laughed at that. And then there's like a whole thing now with her, like kind of dating back a little bit. It's just interesting, man. Like her shit is her shit is going down big time because of that. So yeah, I'm just I just know what to think of it because I was like, again, I think of Rachel Nichols. I don't think of like, it's like Doris Burke or some shit like that or whatever that girl's name is. Doris Burke, yeah, Doris Burke. And then there's that girl on ESPN who's been there for like 30 years. What's her name?
Jeez. You talking about Susie Colbert or whatever?
No, not Susie. Not Susie. Even though Susie, yeah, it's like Susie though. It's like Susie. Like,
but it is like Susie.
It is like Susie. It's like the same shit. It's like the same shit. Like her saying like some crazy shit. Like, and you're like, huh? Mm-hmm. Like it catch you off guard because it's like you don't expect that shit. Like, you know, I for sure don't. But yeah. But now I took a look at her husband, and yeah, no, she's definitely racist. I'm just kidding. He looks like a total tool bag. And look at her husband. His name is Max Nichols. I can't. How did he even bag that shit? What the fuck is this? How did he bag that, bro? Come on, man.
Well, I thought she was married to somebody else.
Nah. This dude with this terrible beard. His fucking weird face. I'm so mad now. So mad. Anyway.
Oh, it's because he's related to Mike Nichols, the director.
Oh. All right.
No. I mean, that Mike Nichols is dead now, but
I'm just, wow.
like he was like he directed like shit with like Elizabeth Taylor and shit like that.
Oh.
Like he did like the Graduate.
Oh, okay.
The Birdcage.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's his son.
Gotcha. Man, how did he pull that off? That's a goddamn shame.
But I didn't see the guy. I just saw.
Oh, you didn't see him yet?
No, I just saw the dad.
Oh,
I know who the dad is.
Jesus, look at him.
I'm trying. I can't Google fast enough. Oh shit, he looks like dude looks like he's an NSYNC impersonator.
He looks like Lance Bass off her cousin.
Dude, he looks like Lance Basshole. I mean, like,
bro, I swear, when I saw his face, I said, "What the fuck is this?" JC Chazé? No, he looks like that one dude. What's that one dude? Oh fuck.
no. I mean, he looks like Lance Bass.
He does. He looks like a mix between Lance Bass and that other motherfucker.
And Joey Fatone.
What's that other motherfucker's name?
No,
Little guy.
Oh, not Chris Kirkpatrick.
Wait, is that his name? Chris Kirkpatrick?
Well, we've hit them all except Justin Timberlake, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
Oh yeah, he looks a little bit like Chris Kirkpatrick too, like a big blend of all of them.
He does look like if all of NSYNC had a baby.
That's what he looks like.
Like if all five of them.
Except for Justin. Justin's too pretty for that shit, bro. He can't
Well, no,
be involved.
it was his charm. That's how he ended up bagging Rachel Nichols.
Fair enough. There you go.
He got none of the looks from Justin.
Because I'm looking between these two, I'm saying like, nah, this is like way far apart. This isn't even like, the personality is everything, bro. Personality. He's not even that rich. I bet you he makes more money than she does. I mean, she makes more money than he does, for sure.
No, that's possible.
That's almost a goddamn guarantee.
Yeah, what a derpy looking dude.
Isn't he?
Goddamn.
Isn't he though?
Dude, but that's like a constant problem.
I know.
In the world.
I know.
And just in general. Is like, you look left and you're like, oh, that's a pretty girl. And then you look and you're like, and that's a derpy ass dude.
Personality or richness.
I was gonna say it's usually money.
It's usually money.
So if it was
security,
if it was personality, I would not have a problem.
Oh no, I know. No, I know. I'm always like, just give me the interview. I'm gonna seal the deal. Give me the interview. I'm gonna seal it. I'm gonna get the job. You gotta get these interviews.
I'm better as like an internship.
Oh, you need an internship.
I'm the internship because like interview only does so much.
Oh, it's true. It's
Interview
true.
only gets a little taste. You know what I mean? Like I'm more than a surface. You know what I mean?
No, I'm all surface. Just kidding. Just kidding, ladies. So much depth to me. So much depth. I'm like an onion. Just like Shrek.
I was gonna say I'm a tiramisu. I got many sweet layers underneath. You know
got them lady fingers underneath you, motherfucker.
Hey, you know it.
Got them lady fingers.
Shit, I might be layered like a tiramisu after all the mind erasers.
Oh,
definitely tastes like coffee somewhere.
Oh shit! Can we please have those?
Hell yeah.
I'm just thinking about like. I want to do a couple things, by the way. I want to do like.
Oh no.
I want to go karaoke one night. Like I want to find like a place to go karaoke. Like
okay.
I do. I want to do sing karaoke one night because I haven't done it yet in a while. Let's sing some karaoke.
We can't do that.
Why?
Because I'm gonna have to bring an umbrella.
That's what I'm saying. I want.
No, but I don't want to bring an umbrella.
I'm trying to make it rain out in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make the bar do twists and turns in this motherfucker now. I'm trying to make these motherfuckers come to me. Come to me. Yes, sir. No, I'm I'm gonna do that. And I wanna fucking what's the other thing? Oh, everything's gonna be out open a little later. Last time it was open, like we like, barely got shit in. So, and I want to go to the beach for sure. I want to go to the beach.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's.
Okay, we'll go to the beach.
I'd say most of that is doable.
Yeah, that's it. I want to go a couple.
Most,
Oh, and
most
then
of
like
that's
there's a couple bars in Provincetown. I mean, there's a lot of them. I definitely I gotta hit all that up. It's just gotta be a whole.
I mean,
thing
it'll definitely be different.
Yeah, it will. It's gonna be a whole different experience. I have a feeling like the whole thing is gonna be different. In general, seasoned, ready to go. Oh my. Oh, so let's talk about because it's almost about time to roll out of here. But this Saturday is the trilogy of the McGregor Poirier matchup. Each one has one, and we are going for the final. Because Conor McGregor came back, got his ass whipped.
Whipped.
Got his ass whipped by Dustin last time.
Whipped.
I can't wait to watch this, to be honest with you. Like, only because I like to see Conor get his ass whooped. I do. I enjoy it greatly. I don't think he will this time. But I do enjoy it because Dustin's like a good guy. He's like a good guy. Mm-hmm. Like in real life, he's like a good person. And Conor is not. So I'm like all about it. Like, I like to see him get his ass whooped, especially when there's like a good dude involved and shit. I'm ready for that. So I'm gonna go watch it at my Miller Ale house. And the card looks pretty okay. Oh, Greg Hardy's on this card. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's still beating people.
Yeah. He's 7-3. It's not bad.
I mean, at least he's found a calling with beating people, I guess.
You gotta be somebody. Oh, and Sean O'Malley's on this card? I gotta watch this. I like Sean O'Malley. That has to do with the crazy ass hair.
Didn't he host Guts?
Guts.
And let's go to the leaderboard. Mo!
Fucking love that shit. Get on the leaderboard. Mo! Here we have. Oh, her British ass. She was so fine. Mo. I wonder what she looks like now.
Who, Mo?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what her last name was.
No idea. I can look up Guts. Mo.
And if you look up Mo from Guts.
Moira Quirk. Is that her name?
Yeah, that's her? Moira Quirk.
That's her name. That's what she does.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Mo.
What is she doing now?
What you doing, Mo? What you doing, Mo?
Mike O'Malley, that's his name.
Mike O'Malley. There you go.
Mike O'Malley. What'd you say? Trevor O'Malley, Greg O'Malley, some shit like that.
Know. Somebody's O'Malley. Sean
O'Malley. Well, you were like, yeah, I like this O'Malley. I'm like, oh yeah, he hosted Guts.
That Guts motherfucker. Oh, she don't look bad now.
Apparently, she was in The Mummy in 2017. I didn't know. Huh?
When? Doing what?
In 2017.
What's she doing? In The Mummy?
It says the sound department. Oh, she's in the sound department. Doing that shit. Take it to the audio. Mo.
Yeah. Moira.
Yeah, she's still doing. She's still doing film stuff.
Okay. Go ahead, Moira.
Actress. Blockbuster, The Story of James K. Oh, she played Kate Winslet in a TV series. Get the hell out of here.
Apparently, there's going to be
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, she's doing some voice acting. Very nice.
That's what I'm saying. She's done like video game.
Okay, get paid, girl. She don't look bad now. She's like all right. She's like all right. I ain't mad at it.
I mean, she looked fine back in the day.
Mm-hmm. That was all about Mo. And they, you know what? They used to like Mo. There you go. Michael Malley been in a lot of shit since then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The shit since then.
He's definitely had a career.
Yeah, that's all I used to think about though with him for a long time. I was like, oh, that's the dude from Guts. He's on the show.
That was hit. See, I know from Guts, and then there was a show called Yes Dear.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh shit, it's Mike from Guts. And then I watched the show. I'm like, oh, this show's funny too.
Yeah. No, he's funny dude. He had a good run in the 90s, early 2000s. Mike O'Malley. That's
now
good
he's
shit.
wearing a fedora.
Yeah, I saw that. I see it right now. That fedora ass looking self. Keep that shit to yourself. So yeah, that's happening this weekend. I'm probably gonna watch it at the bar down here in Rockville because I got some good drinks down there. Plus, Miller's everywhere. I mean, you've been to Miller's. Miller's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Miller's a nice spot.
Yeah, it's a fine place.
They got 2 bars, just like in the other one too. Like it doesn't look the same, but they got 2 bars.
Okay.
The other one in Philly, the Philly one, that's nicer. Mm-hmm. That bar is nicer than that. The whole facility is nicer than this, and it might be newer too. I don't know how old that Rockville one is, but yeah, that one is definitely nicer. You can still watch football there and have a good time or whatever, but that one is nicer for sure. But it still gets the job done. All right, so I know you got some shit coming up. Let's talk about let's talk about this thing that's coming up in a couple weeks over at the Hamburg, PA. Them legends.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say there's a lot of things coming up.
Oh well, let's break it down a little bit.
By the end of July here.
Yeah.
So I would say, I mean, other than my appearance at the Sanctuary this Sunday, for their tournament, we also will be the HTW Network and Camp Leapfrog will be represented at the Legends of Hamburg Fan Fest, which is it's going to be a convention in the daytime at the historic Hamburg Fieldhouse. So, if you're a wrestling fan, you're probably familiar with the Hamburg Fieldhouse from either like old WWF tapings. They used to do that like more like early 80s, mid 80s ish, even some like a little bit in the late 80s. They would run through Hamburg there, some like WWF stuff. But then also ECW would do some tapings there as well. They did some stuff at the Hamburg Fieldhouse. So if you're a fan of kind of the older generation of wrestling stuff, there's a lot of history to be had at the Hamburg Fieldhouse, and there's going to be a convention there. There's tons of great talent there that you can come meet. I'm trying to think of the list. I think like Cowboy Bob Orton will be there. Jimmy Hart's going to be there. Tony Gurria is going to be there. I'm trying to think. There's some other like ECW icons that'll be there. There'll also be like some like old time legends, like some guys that would have come from like the WWF, like Dominic DeNucci, I think will be there, and like Davey O'Hannon, stuff like that. Then we also got some like indie guys coming through, which we are bringing with us the world famous CB. So you can formerly known as Cheeseburger, Ring of Honor superstar there. Also big part of Camp Leapfrog. So you can come out and meet him at the Legends of Hamburg Fan Fest. Not only can you meet and greet legends there, but they're also going to have like food trucks. They're going to have some other stuff that you can do there. Like I think they were going to have like axe throwing and shit like that, which is pretty cool. Like usually like Fan Fest, it's just like the tables are set up. You either buy merch or you meet wrestlers and stuff. But this one, they're going to have like a whole bunch of shit going on.
You know what? I like
so it's
that,
not
dude.
just, I think it's great. I think it's a different approach to it. And I think the Fieldhouse kind of like lends itself to it. You know what I mean? So it can be fun for everybody coming along, even if they're not a wrestling fan. You know, you can appeal to the wrestling fan by meeting the legends and meeting the other wrestlers and stuff. But then you can also, like, you know, do some axe throwing or go eat at the food trucks and, you know, all that kind of stuff there. And you can also buy the merch. Like I'm sure there's going to be vendors there selling great wrestling merch and all that other kind of stuff, one of a kind items, that kind of thing. But that is all going to take place on Saturday, July the 24th. The convention itself is going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But then you want to stick around afterward, because then there's going to be a wrestling show presented by Outbreak Wrestling. And I believe that'll start around like 6 or 6:30 p.m. from the same location. So you can hang around there. I believe tickets are on sale for both events. I think you can get combo packages with that. So just check that out. I believe it's at legendsofhamburg.com. Or you just look up Legends of Hamburg Fan Fest and you'll be able to find it from there. But yeah, that's coming up in what, 2 weekends, 3 weekends,
2 weekends from now. So not this weekend, but
2 weekends from now.
Yeah, 2 weekends from now.
2 Saturdays from now will be the Fan Fest. So not only can you come out and see the world famous CB, but we'll be there. In fact, I think Johnny Moran will be there with us as well. We'll be doing some chatting and meet and greets. I know the Kilowatt will be there. I know Mr. Anthony Blackwell will be there, who's a good friend of the HTW network and Leapfrog. And I think maybe we heard there's going to be another special guest appearance from maybe a Sweats sighting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sweats is coming.
Maybe. Oh, he'll be there.
Oh, okay. Sweats is coming. I'm in full regalia. I'm gonna make it
full regalia. I don't know what that means, but okay, listen, we're going.
I'm coming in. That's all you need to know.
Oh, hey, okay.
Coming in, sporting that merch, baby, making sure everybody sees it. No, I'll be up there. No, I actually can't wait, man. It'll be my first live wrestling event, like live in person with fans and things. So, since the pandemic, I'm not including the Camp Leapfrog because it was recorded.
Yeah.
Mine was recorded, I think, when I was there.
It was, yeah.
So, yes, it will be my first live one. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I will also be there, just in case that was like lost in the shuffle.
Oh, yeah. And plus, it's great to see. It's gonna be great to see some legends, man. I ain't seen some legends in a while. Make sure they all healthy and shit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is too with this Legends of Hamburg, they have a wide array of stuff. So it's not just, it's not just like, let's say, Legends of the Past, because sometimes these conventions like to pigeonhole stuff. You know what I mean? Like like they'll cater to like, okay, this is just, like for like old time legends, or this is just for like, AEW people, or this is, like that kind of thing. This has got a little bit of everything to it. In fact, I think I got here's the guest list. You ready for this? This is actually a lot more this is very impressive guest list. Like this is pretty in depth here. We got Cowboy Bob Orton, which I mentioned. We got Rockin' Robin, former women's champion. Larry Zbyszko going to be there, living legend. Jimmy Hart, as I said. Charles Wright.
Hey,
the Godfather,
Papa Shango.
He'll be there. Dangerous Danny Davis, Tony Gurria, Johnny Rods, Hall of Famer, Marty Jannetty. Maybe get the early party with him. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Party with Marty.
I ain't gonna ever go party with Marty.
No, you don't want to take that risk?
No, never that.
I'll take it.
Oh, shit.
I'll do it. They got D'Lo Brown.
I like D'Lo.
D'Lo's coming through. Brooklyn Brawlers coming through. Barry Horowitz, Dominic DiNucci, Dave Yohannan, Ray Apollo as Doink the Clown. He'll be there. We got the Nasty Boys.
Nice.
Nick Patrick.
Hey,
Nick Patrick.
There you go.
We got Rhino coming through.
Nice.
I know a certain Rhonda will be happy about that. We got the Sandman, Too Cold Scorpio, Todd Gordon, the Blue Meanie, Nunzio. I think we got the whole FBI. I think we got Tony Mamaluke, Big Sal.
Is it a convention if the Blue Meanie's not there?
I mean, not in Pennsylvania.
That's what I mean. Is the convention if the Blue Meanie's not there?
No, Blue Meanie's got to be there.
He's got to be there.
Blue Meanie's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Solid guy. Kimona is going to be there. I don't know if you remember that
Oh,
from
of
the
course.
ECW
Oh,
days.
yeah.
Kimona,
Yeah, Kimona, for sure.
Bill Alfonso. Let's see, we also got Samu,
Oh,
Jacob
hey.
Fatu. So some of the Samoan dynasty is going to be there. We got Samu, Jacob,
You know
Fatu,
I like Jacob Fatu, goddammit.
Alpha Jr. will be there. LA Smooth. Actually, and this popped me the most is Chris Van Vliet is going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
You know I listen to his shit all
Yeah,
the
for
time.
sure.
So he's going to be
He's
there.
great.
In fact, I think he's going to be hosting the event afterward.
Oh,
too,
nice.
hosting the wrestling show. So he'll be there. Heath Slater, Aiden English, Gene Snitsky, like I said, world famous CB.
Bro, this is
Jillian
a
Hall.
deep ass fucking.
Yeah, it's there's a lot to it.
Like, it's
and like
deep.
I said, that's just those are just the guests. That's not even talking about any of the other stuff going on.
That's pretty
like,
deep.
You know,
like, honestly, it's a
this
deep
isn't talking
roster
about
worth
the
of
food
shit.
trucks. Oh yeah, no, I mean just alone.
They have food trucks?
Yeah, they're gonna have.
You know,
they're gonna have
food trucks.
Blow your diet that day.
Fuck yeah. Listen,
It's
it's the start of the whole thing, so I might as well get ready.
It is the start of something. No, that's High School Musical. You don't get that.
No, I'm not about that life.
That's not your lane.
No, I'll stay in my lane.
Should be in your lane.
Listen, it might be in my lane if I keep fucking with these little middle schoolers and shit.
That didn't sound right.
God damn it.
And that'll do it for this podcast. Maybe forever. No, I'm just...
Fuck me. All right.
Yeah. No, we well, at least we hopefully know that's, you know.
God damn it.
Yeah, you hit a home run on that one.
I did.
You absolutely did. Yeah, no, but this has the makings to be a really special event. So anybody that's in the area, in that Hamburg area, or even if you need to travel a little bit, make plans to travel out and come check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think this will be this will be one of those conventions that you don't want to miss.
I'm gonna try to bring my friend with me.
One, who?
Because she watched old wrestling. And so she might be interested. I don't know. I'm going to ask. I may bring a friend. I mean, she'll have to drive separately. But yeah.
Why?
Because I'm staying.
So? She's not?
No, she can't stay for the whole week.
Why not?
I mean, I want her to, but she can't.
Well, yeah. Well, why not?
I don't know. She's doing shit. I don't know.
I feel like that's a you problem.
It is. It is me. It's all me, dude. Always.
Listen, I can fit in the back seat. I'm just saying.
Oh no, you in the front. Everybody else in the back. I don't give a fuck.
Everybody else
in the back. Everybody else in the back.
I get prime shotgun.
Yeah, you in the shotgun. Everybody else second class citizen. Fuck. No, I can't wait though. I can't wait. That's a lot of fucking fun, man.
It'll be a good time. I think it'll be a good time. But yeah, definitely check out the convention and stay for the show afterward. It's chalking up to be a show that you don't want to miss too. So,
bro, you on the glow up? I'm just thinking about it. The conventions. You used to go conventions all the time, taking pictures of motherfuckers, shit like that. Mm-hmm. Now you got your own motherfucking table.
I mean, I'm still gonna be doing it.
I know you are. There's no doubt.
I'm not forgetting my roots. There's at least like,
there's gotta be 20 people you haven't seen.
Nah, not like 20.
Not 20.
Nah, I mean, so I will say, the one that popped to me the most that I have not gotten, and it's gonna be weird, is Nick Patrick.
No, I can get that. I understand that. No, I get that.
Everybody else on this list, if you go through it, like I'm looking at the website here. Like everybody except actually Davey O'Hannon, I'm kind of excited too, because that's like a deep gem.
Yeah,
because he was a dude who like traveled with Hulk Hogan and shit back in the 70s, like late 70s, early 80s, like before Hogan was like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So like that's the dude. But yeah, like Nick Patrick got me. Some of these older ECW guys got me too. Like Tommy Cairo.
Okay.
That's another one. Like ECW original, like way back. That one got me. Obviously, Chris Van Vliet got me.
Yeah, for sure.
I've met him already, but like, just a great dude.
Yeah.
But like Heath Slater, that's a pretty big get too.
Yeah, it definitely is.
You know, and like I said, there's a lot of good ones here. There's some rare ones, but then there's also some that are just, you know, good repeats and stuff like that. And it's, you know, it's bringing it to a new area because I know this is an area that used to be a big wrestling area as far as like Hamburg was concerned, big wrestling area. And like, to me, I feel like there still may be a market for it, but I feel like it's been largely untapped because it is such a smaller market now in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like if you can bring any sort of semblance of wrestling back to it, I feel like it's going to do well. You know
I agree.
what I mean? Because like, I even remember back when I was a kid going to see, and this was like right as ECW was starting to grow beyond like that, you know, northeast region. But there was a promotion called PCW, Pennsylvania Championship Wrestling. And their last couple shows, they ran them at the Field House, and they drew pretty decent crowds. You know, it wasn't just like a 100, 150. It was like multiple hundred people, like 300, 400. I think even the one time when they brought in Bruno, it was like 500, 600 people. Like, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
So I think there are people out there that that have been looking for something like this for a while. And then there's also people that will just travel for something like this, you know, because like, even if I wasn't, you know, close to this area, I feel like this would be one that I'd travel to. You know what I mean? Because I've traveled to like New York. I traveled to
you traveled everywhere.
Whatever.
Ohio.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about Ohio.
We don't?
No. That's where my car died.
Oh.
Don't you remember that?
I mean, your car's died several times, so. This
is also true. But it was the final time.
That was the rest in peace.
It was that was the retire. That shit left its boots and hat in.
Yeah.
That's also why I don't talk about Columbus, because it's where that shit happened.
Oh shit.
That shit happened in Columbus.
Block that shit out of your
mind.
Went
out to Columbus for that shit, and that's what happened. Went out there and
fucking crazy.
Took the shit out there. It did. Said it took its boots off, left it in the middle of the ring, and said, "Fuck your shit."
Yeah, it did.
Find your way home.
Oh shit. All right. So that'll do it this week for the Sweatshop podcast for sure. Guys, so please like, follow, and share all these things. We are on all of this shit. Anchor FM. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, High Tension Wrestling. All these things. We're on all this stuff. HGW Network. Listen, I usually spit out all this shit, but I'm not this time. Just go to my goddamn link tree. Just do that. Go to the link tree. It's all on there. linktr.ee/sweatshop-pod. It's linktr.ee/sweatshop-pod.
There you go.
Okay. Do that shit, because it's all there. I got the High Tension Wrestling link. I got the merchandise link. The Anchor FM, the Spotify, the Apple Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's there. Every single one of them. Check them out. It's there for you. Love it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way to do it with the Linktree stuff.
Yeah, I had it, but I was like, I didn't really develop it.
Never like populated it, never put shit on it.
Yeah, so I mean, but people had been looking at it, so I was like, no, fuck it, let me just fucking.
Once you put it out there, like for example, mine is in my bio on social media, so like if you find me on social media at Maestro A. Scott, you'll find a link to my link tree up there. It'll give you the links to all like the music and shit. It'll give you all the links to like, you know, all the high tension stuff, Camp Leapfrog, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like just find us on social media in any way. All that link tree stuff will be there. But there's also a lot of other things to take a look at.
Oh, for sure.
Such as I know we plugged the hell out of the Legends of Hamburg convention, but you know, just I'll hit it one more time from the back. Bam.
Ooh.
One more time. That on Saturday the 24th, High Tension, the HTW Network, Camp Leapfrog, along with some of our other friends will be in attendance at this Legends of Hamburg convention. That'll go from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then later that night, around like 6:30, there will be a wrestling show. And that's all on Saturday, July 24th at the historic Hamburg Fieldhouse. For more information on that, you can either go to legendsofhamburg.com or just check out the HTW Network on social media, which you can find us at High Tension HTW. We got some information on there, as well as all of our other shows that are coming out there, which again, I'll plug our newest show that we got, the Sambo show with Sam Adams and Lobo. They're going to be coming out with some more episodes there. Obviously, we got Sweatshop. Season 2 of Moran and Friends is still kicking. Tommy Talks Tape is still kicking. And we got some other things in the works there. So you can find us on our main hub is the YouTube channel. So you just search HTW Network on the YouTube, and you'll be able to find all our stuff there. You can also stream us wherever major podcasts are, or any major podcast platforms. Got all that stuff on there. As far as Camp Leapfrog is concerned, we do have our next event, because right now we just finished up Killian Vision, which is available right now on IWTV to watch on demand. If you did not catch Killian Vision, make sure you go back and catch that on IWTV. But coming up at the end of July is going to be our Tag Camp Grand Prix, which is going to be a tag team tournament in order to determine our new Campeonatos de Ranas, which is our tag team championship. So we're going to debut a tag team championship, and the winner of this tournament will be crowned our first tag team champions of Camp Leapfrog. So make sure you tune into that. That's going to be on, I just want to make sure I get the day itself right, but I believe it's a Tuesday. Yes, it'll start on Tuesday, July the 27th in the evening after NXT. And then the tournament will continue on Wednesday, the 28th of July, after Dynamite. So both of those can be found on IWTV. So make sure that if you do not have a subscription to IWTV, make sure you go get one. It is you can find that at independentwrestling.tv, or you can just download the IWTV app on any smart device. You got the Roku, all that other kind of stuff out there. Use the promo code Leapfrog. That helps us out. Gives us a little shout outs here and there from them. So you'll be able to watch that at the end of July, as well as the rest of our backlog, all of our different events. You can also check out some of our content, not only on the HTW Network YouTube channel, but also on the Independent Wrestling Facebook page. We have our own little Camp Leapfrog section on there. Also, in addition to the Tag Camp Grand Prix, we've got our first field trip coming up about like a week or two after the Tag Camp Grand Prix, and that's going to be on Sunday, August the 8th, because it's going to be Abby Jane's 21st birthday extravaganza, which will be at the H2O Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Tickets are on sale for that right now. In fact, more than half of the front row is sold. So these tickets are going fast. Yeah. So make sure if you want those good seats, you make sure you go get your tickets. You can find tickets for that if you go to campleapfrog.com/shop. And that is where you can find the tickets for that event. Or you can look it up on Eventbrite. It's also on there as well. But in addition to getting tickets for that, you can also get the VIP party package, which gives you
priority entry into the venue, which there are general admission tickets, but not all of those tickets are guaranteed seating. So if you want to have a better chance of guaranteeing yourself some seating, especially if you're general admission, make sure you get that VIP package put on there, because you'll get priority entry into the venue. That'll help you have a better chance of getting some seating there, as well as some other little gifts like a signed birthday card and a cupcake, for celebrating birthdays and stuff like that. So you can check all that out at campleapfrog.com/shop, or you can also go to hightenctionhtw.com and find the Camp Leapfrog page from there. So we also got that coming up Sunday, August the 8th, which that is in conjunction with IWTV 100, which that event will be held in the evening the same day, Sunday, August the 8th. So if you're coming out for that show, make sure you get tickets to Camp Leapfrog, and or vice versa. It'll be a great doubleheader of action coming to you in the beginning of August to New Jersey. So, use this as your summer vacation. Come out there. It's close to Philly. You can visit Philly if you've never been there before. It's close enough to New York. You can kind of get there. So, spend a little bit of summer with Camp Leapfrog now that we're able to. Join us on our first little field trip. And I'll also have an announcement, I think, next week about our next field trip, but I'm not sure yet.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things going on in the world of Camp Leapfrog and the HTW network. And also just, in the world of wrestling in general. So yeah, catch all that stuff. And then if you're not doing anything this Sunday, come on up to the Sanctuary in Hazleton, PA. Come see me be the guest host for the Frank Trotsky Senior Memorial Tournament. That's this Sunday at 4:00. Tickets are all $5. Pretty good deal.
Yes, they are. All right, y'all. I love it, man. This thing's about to blow up.
Stuff. Yeah. Basically, if you forgot anything I just said, because I know I just laid literally a whole book's worth of information out there, just follow us on social media at Camp Leapfrog or at High Tension HTW or even at Maestro A. Scott. One of those three places, you'll be able to find everything.
Agreed. All right, y'all. From me and the Maestro, we are closing up shop.